Hey mathematicians, what you are going to be doing today on this assignment is you are going to be finding the area and perimeter of some objects. So they're all going to be rectangles, and you're going to be finding the area and the perimeter of these. So you've got little squares up here in each of these, so you can drag, they should fit just nicely, so you can drag these here into your square, okay, or your rectangle. So what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be finding the area and the perimeter. So first, to find area and perimeter, you're going to find the length. Now the length is here from the top of the rectangle to the bottom of the rectangle. So if I'm finding the length here, I know it's at least 1, 2, 1, 2, so the length is at least 3, length maybe 4, length 5. Okay, so far my length is 5, so I'm going to type that in here. Length is 5 units. Now I want to find my width. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So my width would be 9 units. So in order to find the area and the perimeter, I'm going to need to fill the rest of this shape in. So for perimeter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the outside. So I'm going to go around this shape because I know that perimeter is the area around a shape. Now, you may have done this in Dreambox, and you may have put the squares on the outside like this, on the outside of the shape, and that's okay. I'm doing this because I'm going to use this. I'm doing it like this because I'm going to use the same squares to find area and perimeter. So I'm going to go around this shape here, putting all these yellow squares, and you definitely have enough yellow squares up there that you shouldn't need to make any extra copies. There should be plenty. But once I get this last one here, okay, so I've completely gone around my shape. So to check here, excuse me, is I'm going to kind of count the lines along each side. Now I'm going to count the ones in the corners twice because they've got 2 sides that are touching the edge. So this is the edge. So I have how many lines on the edge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here's where I count again. 15, the same square. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So my perimeter of the area around is 28 units. Now, you can find perimeter 2 ways. You could just count, or if you want to be a little advanced, you could say, okay, the length is 5, so I'm going to need to add all my sides together. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 9 is 18, and 18 plus 10 is 28, or 9 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5 is 28. So you could add up all the sides, or you could simply just count. It's really up to you and what you prefer. Eventually, we are going to be moving away from using the squares to find our perimeter, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to fill this shape up. Now, there are 2 ways to find the area of an object, of a rectangle. To find an area of a rectangle, I could just go and multiply the length times the width. So now I have to ask myself, what is my length and what is my width? Well, my length here is from the top to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I said. My length is 5. So I could multiply my length times my width, which is 9. 9 times 5 would give me 45 units squared. Or I could count all of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 in each column. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So my area is going to be 45 units squared. So as you are thinking of this, you can just count, or if you want to kind of challenge yourself a little bit, you can multiply the length times the width and then check it with counting the squares for the area. Perimeter is not how many squares are around, but it is the area around the shape. So 9 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5 again would give me 28 units. So you're going to go through these shapes and you're going to fill them in. You have definitely enough yellow squares. Some of them are a lot bigger than others. And you're going to find the length, you're going to find the width, and then you are going to go ahead and find the perimeter in the area. And once you're finished, head on back to Canvas for the next part.